Hi friend, it's Akil here to remind you that your spiritual practice is as unique as you are. So the same way that there's only one of you in this entire world, the way that you're experiencing your life is unique to you, so must also your spiritual practice be tailor-made for you. So we have this larger culture that basically teaches us that things should be one size fits all. And most yoga classes or meditation retreats, everyone is in the room doing the same practices together. And there's this maybe conception that these are the practices that work for everyone, but they may not actually be reality. So in certain times, there's certain practices that work for us, but then not in others. So we need to be creative in approaching how we do our practice. And that means you have to try different things at different times. That may sound overwhelming or discouraging, but I promise you it's not that difficult. So when you do your practice, there are certain things you might ask yourself. For example, is this helping me to show up more clearly and presently in my life? Or do I feel creative or inspired? Or do I feel like this is too heavy for me and I need to back off? Or does this feel like I'm doing something because I'm supposed to be doing it? These kinds of questions will help you get an answer about whether the practice you're doing is actually appropriate for you. The same way that we have a unique physical body that needs specific things, has dietary needs, has historic genetic components, we also have a spiritual life that's just as rich. So when you do your practice, make sure that you're investigating whether or not this is the right practice for you. One way to definitely make sure that you're getting what you need is work with a teacher, someone who has done this kind of practice that understands there are certain practices that work for certain conditions and there are certain ones that don't. So find a teacher you can work with and ask them questions. I think also this other thing that happens in yoga and meditation circles is that we put a teacher on a pedestal as though they're someone who has reached above this certain threshold and therefore they're no longer subject to the same things that we are. But that's not true either. Everyone's just a person. Regardless of where you are in the world or how many years you've been practicing or meditating, you're still a person. So ask questions. Feel free to ask questions if you have them from me, or find a teacher that can help support you. See what that's like.